Do you want to hear a Whopper? No, I mean a real Whopper. No, I didn't ask you if you wanted a Whopper. I'm not gonna go to Burger King. It's not a bad idea. I'm gonna just. Oh no, we gotta finish this. Okay. So you want to hear a Whopper? We're gonna go to Burger King. Forget this. I'm out of here. The Whopper is that Larry D. Harper has got you rolling. Look at these guys. Look at this. They're having a good time. You're kidding me. Well, I'm going to tell you another one. Jesus Christ doesn't love you. God loves me alive. I'm sharing with you. Come on. All right, so we left off in, if you doubt that the wicked one could ever accomplish what I had just said to you, you're out of your mind. He does just that. So, it's hard to think that. Please don't misunderstand me. God has, at all ages, redeemed a multitude who believed far greater lies and understood much less truth than true believers do today. So whether or not one believes a lie is not the issue. Okay, like a lot of people say, God is gone, Jesus is done. No, Jesus. Okay, regardless of whether or not there is, there's going to come a point in time in everybody's life where we're all going to have to fess up to some sort of judgment. So let's finish. So whether or not one believes a lie is not the issue. The essence of the problem has to do with the content of the lie that one chooses to believe. Look at it logically. If we had to believe the whole truth and nothing but the truth in order to be saved, none of us could be saved. Not one of us. We really wouldn't deserve it, first of all. And second of all, we just don't deserve it. but even aside of that, the essence of the problem has to do with the content of the lie that chooses to believe. Well, look at it logically. If we had to believe the whole truth and nothing but the truth in order to be saved, none of us could be saved. And Paul plainly tells us we know only in part. Yet there is obviously a bare minimum of truth that one must believe in order to be saved. And otherwise, we could be saved, as some morons in the church today would have us understand, by believing nothing at all. What does that mean? To believe nothing at all? That is to believe in nothingness, right? Like, okay, before God formed the earth, and then you believe in that. Well, you're going to miss out. The truth is that the wicked one's lies are a problem for true believers only when they cause them to give up some essential truth. And that is why the Protestant church has repeatedly identified theology as an era in which one's beliefs are not essential in salvation. And I will readily admit that that has been the case until now. But what has been and about to change is about to change. Probably in your life and in mine if we finish reading this book. Now, the book and the author wants you to understand that he doesn't want to pollute your mind. He's not trying to pollute your mind. He's giving you his obvious intention of his point of view of the Word of God and some of the obstacles that may be in his way, on some of the obstacles that he may have run into in his time. He's not trying to offend anyone. He's telling you exactly what he's been through in his life. You might not agree with him, but I'm hoping that you might see his might have been the Protestant church, yours and mine might have been Islam, Someone else might have been Muslims. Another guy may have knew the Hindu at the 7-Eleven around the corner from his house and couldn't stand him all the years of his life. Or here's a good one. Say, for instance, you're black and you're in Central America, or South Central Los Angeles, or Queens, New York, or something like that, and they had an Asian guy working the liquor store, and he wouldn't let you slide a penny, never, him or his wife. And you would have something bad to say about Asians. You just, nothing good may come out of your mouth. And so that is why the Protestant Church has repeatedly identified eschatology as an era in which one's beliefs are not essential to salvation. I will readily admit that this has been the case until now. But what has been is about to change. And I warn you, if you don't pay attention when attention is due, you will pay the debt you owe God with something you deem much more valuable later on. Having said that, I have exonerated myself and made you responsible for whether or not you choose to believe the things I am going to tell you now. You see, we all act in accordance with what we believe, and since I have explained that concept repeatedly in other places, I need not dwell on it here. And the wicked one knows our beliefs are determine our actions, and so it's too bad for you if you don't, because he fully intends to make you act in accordance with his lie. Now, I only mention the relationship between beliefs and actions because for the past 170 years, the wicked one has been herding the church toward the circumstance wherein the beliefs you hold concerning the second coming of Christ are going to determine your eternal destiny. And if that sounds ridiculous to you, reap on. Perhaps you will get a chuckle out of the things God has called me to proclaim. But before you enjoy a good, hearty laugh at my expense, let me remind you of the eternal verity you may have forgotten. If it ain't over to the fat lady sings, or the fat sings, that's just another way of saying the one who laughs the loudest, and by far the longest in the sweet by and by. This is College Classic Campus Hits. I think that we're going to enjoy reading this book here together, and I invite you to come read with me as we kick off from this last part here. That probable fat woman or lady hasn't even entered the theater yet, so by all means keep on laughing while time is still on your side. I am more than willing to let eternity tell which of us is the brainless one. As the saying goes, it's not what you don't know that's dangerous, it's what you think you know. But that's just another way of putting an old adage I'm rather fond of. Assumptions will kill you, so if you want to assume I'm just another religious crackpot, go right ahead. I'll be the first to admit it's your God-given right. College Classic Campus Hits. TC Bar. Let's kick off this game.